Chelsea, Nicolas Jackson, and Christopher Nkunku. Now, there are some things you do and you ask yourself a question. Is this thing I'm doing, is it the right thing? And your answer will be like, yes, nah, this thing is good. It's a good thing I'm doing. But you have forgotten that every advantage also has a disadvantage. Now, if you look at Chelsea, you see Nicolas Jackson. Chelsea has come up openly to say that, you see Jackson, we don't want you again. Like they have said it that, you see Jackson, pack your load and leave Chelsea. Now, look at all the managers. When they ask them about their players that are rumored to leave the club, they'll be like, for now, this person is our player. Even look at Manchester City goalkeeper Ederson. When they ask Pep Guardiola, what about Ederson? Say for now, Ederson is still our player, blah, 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 blah. But when they ask Enzo Maresca, what does Enzo Maresca say? When they ask him about Jack, Enzo Maresca like, we don't know. The window is still open. Anything can happen. So, you understand me? Leaving the doors opened. Because he knows that, you see Jackson's on his way out. But now, Chelsea is finding it very, very difficult to sell Jackson. And now, it's their fault. Because now, if you look at what Chelsea has been doing since, Chelsea has been giving almost every player 9 years contract, 10 years contract, 8 years contract. Because now, if they cannot sell Jackson, it means only one thing. Jackson will still stay in Chelsea till he finds another club to go to. Because the way the thing is looking now, if Chelsea cannot find a way to sell Jackson, he will be stuck with them forever. Now, when you are giving people 9 years contract, you will sense they don't tell you that, what if this guy did not work out and nobody wants to buy this guy? How are we going to do? They're just packing 9 years contract, 10 years contract and giving to players. Jackson is still having interest from some Premier League club. For example, you see Aston Villa. Aston Villa has added Jackson to their shortlist of like strikers to get. I don't know if you get. So they're looking at it like, okay, if we don't get this person and we don't get this person, I think we'll go for Jackson. And if you look at Napoli, if you look at what's currently going on in Napoli, you see Lukaku. Lukaku has gotten injured, right? And Napoli are monitoring Jackson's situation, but there's no like concrete talks. But they're just looking at Jackson's situation like, you sure we are not going to get Jackson? But it's definitely going to be impossible. Because see Chelsea will not be willing to allow Jackson live on loan, right? They were looking for like a permanent deal for Nicolas Jackson that will take him out of Chelsea forever, not a loan deal. Because if you look at Napoli will be looking like, okay, Chelsea, you know what? Give us on a loan. Because I think 2 months ago, at the beginning stage of the transfer window, Chelsea put over about 80 to 100 million for Nicolas Jackson's price tag. And you see Napoli will not pay. That club is a very, very stingy club. They will not pay. So they'll be looking to get him on loan. Now, you see for Christopher Nkunku, normally that one does not have feature in Chelsea again. Since Chelsea bought the likes of Joao Pedro, right? The door for him to even stay at Chelsea has been closed shut, right? Now, there have been talks that you see Bayern Munich are 100% interested in getting Christopher Nkunku. But now the problem is that Bayern Munich want to get this guy on loan. But you see Chelsea say, no, you're not going to get this guy on loan. No. If you know you want Christopher Nkunku, bring money. And you know the funniest thing? You see Bayern Munich has been interested in Nkunku since the January transfer window. They first approached Chelsea during the January transfer window. Chelsea did not agree to sell. Now, currently, they say, okay, you know what, Chelsea, give us on loan. Because now, if you look at what's happening in Bayern Munich, you see Musiala is almost like out. He's going to be out more than half the season. Continue going on with this video. If you have stayed up to this point, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Due to that injury he sustained during the Club World Cup, so Musiala is going to be out for more than half of the season. So now, this is why you see that Bayern Munich has reignited their interest in Christopher Nkunku. But the problem now is that Chelsea has said, come, if you want Nkunku, bring money. And I think Chelsea are valuing Nkunku for about 45-50 million. That is the valuation Chelsea are putting on top Christopher Nkunku. So if Bayern Munich can cough out that 50 million, Nkunku will be that player. Now let's talk about Sterling. I know that some Chelsea fans, they haven't forgotten that Sterling is that player. Now you see for Ryan Sterling, The problem that Raheem Sterling is currently having is his wage. That's why I see that he has not left Chelsea. That is Raheem Sterling's current problem, his wage, because this guy is earning about 325k, or literally over 300k per week for his salary. Now this has been like the factor why you see that this guy has not like secured a move out of Chelsea, and even a low move safe is a problem, because most people will not be willing to pay that salary unless Chelsea, okay, you're interested in him, Abi. Yeah, no, don't want to take him. I'll pay maybe 50% of his salary. You pay 50%, or I'll pay, like, you understand me? That's the problem Sterling is having. But currently, you see Fulham are looking at Sterling's situation and be like, are you sure we're not going to like get Sterling? Are you sure? But you see that wage, that is wage is the big problem. Like that is wage is more like a hindrance to his move from Chelsea. And the funniest thing is that you see Sterling is in contract with Chelsea till 2027.
If you've not still subscribed, kindly hit on the subscribe option. It's going to be on this part of your screen. Smash on the like button, give this video a thumbs up. Stay tuned for our next update, and you're watching Everything Football.